Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Morgan Aguilar, Communications Specialist for University Marketing and Communications. And today I'm joined by two members of our Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion team at the U, who I'm going to have introduce themselves really quickly. We'll start with Pamela.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pamela Bishop, and I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion.
Hi, I'm Kaya Ahmed, no preferred pronouns, and I am the Web and Brand Manager for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion.
Awesome. Thank you both for being here today. And we are going to start again with Pamela for our first question. We're here to announce an update that has to what has long been called the EDI People and Places newsletter, but it's now going to be called the One You Thriving newsletter. So Pamela, why is EDI changing the name of its weekly newsletter?
Yeah, thanks, Morgan. A couple of years ago, we launched a new EDI division, and originally the People and Places was part of the previous iteration of EDI, and it really spoke to what was happening with people and individuals and places, just like the name was. But we built this stream of a platform called One You Thriving. And that's really the platform across all of EDI. And it's the platform on which we will lead structural change and towards building a more equitable, diverse, and inclusive environment for everybody on the campus so they feel a sense of belonging. And so since that's our platform, we really felt like what's a better way for us to be able to drive home that message by making that a part of our weekly newsletter. We reach out to, thousands of people each week to talk about what's happening in EDI. And so there are some themes that are across EDI that we want to incorporate as well into the newsletter. Some of the One You Thriving themes are sort of the power of naming. And what does that mean? And that really talks about how we must call out and name oppressive systems in order to transform them. You'll hear themes about things like leading from a place of discomfort. That means we have to be willing to have these difficult conversations and to be courageous in having these tense moments and conversations so that we can build on a level of truth, a foundation of truth, and really bring about change. And then finally, the last theme of When You Thriving is really unearthing, replanting, and nurturing new roots. And that's kind of what we feel like we're doing here with EDI at the university. We are making strides to confront and entangle our own legacy of exclusion. And so we're growing, but at the same time, we're growing the EDI practice within the university and integrating EDI into the fabric of the entire university. So we really felt like this renaming our newsletter would give us the opportunity to really call out the themes of When You Thriving, and as we are continuing to build on the foundation, this is a platform for our EDI.
Awesome. Thank you. So Kaya, much of the look and feel and design falls under your purview. So what'll be different about it for those of us who may be looking for a specific People and Places subject line or a specific layout that we're used to in our inboxes?
Yeah, so at least for the visual design, we will definitely be rolling out a new template on our newsletter that would be more streamlined and goes along with the new update that we're also currently trying to implement into our website. The content on the newsletter itself will generally stay the same. There'll still be a feature story, as well as announcements out of EDI and across the university, and then also featuring some upcoming events that we feel really align with what the mission and goals of EDI is here at the U. But for the content also on the website, we're going to have more consistent, regular weekly stories that we're going to be releasing rather than dependent on our events that are coming out that we're really trying to push, as well as like press releases and statements about current issues that are going on. And these will come from various organizations and departments throughout our division. And these will also have more features and written pieces and even videos like this from different leadership throughout our division as well.
Awesome. Okay, so this is really one of the best ways, I think, to keep up with EDI at the University of Utah, as well as social media. But Pamela, why should folks subscribe to this weekly newsletter? Kind of digging more into the content, what can we expect?
Yeah, I think it's in addition to what I said before in terms of the themes of One You Thriving, it's really going to be the place to know what's going on in EDI. We'll be bringing in parts of national conversations. You may get some opinion pieces based on what's going on nationally. And we just try to stay up to date, whether it's, a heritage celebration or whether it's something that's happened in the news or, critical things. We try to educate people about what how they can become knowledgeable about these things that are happening. We also highlight our EDI events. We have themed events throughout the year, as well as we will also be talking about some of the work that the EDI One Youth Thriving committees are doing, because there are also 4 committees under One Youth Thriving. And so we'll be bringing updates and sharing about the work that they're doing as well.
Okay, thank you. So again, the People and Places blog from EDI is now going to be the One Youth Thriving newsletter. So check it out. You can subscribe at diversity.utah.edu/blog. And then of course, you can always follow EDI on social media at U of U EDI. Thank you, Pamela and Kaya.